It is almost the end of 2023, and y'all know the pink sauce lady still out here wildin'? If you don't know who the pink sauce lady is, her name is Veronica Shaw, and she's also known as Chef Pie on TikTok. And I'm using the term chef lightly. But she basically became an overnight sensation by selling her homemade pink sauce. And everything seemed to be going good until people came to the internet with some complaints about her product because there didn't seem to be a whole lot of quality control going on. Then again, she only had like a team of 3 people, and they were making, packaging, and shipping everything out of her home. And she was getting thousands and thousands and thousands of orders after she went viral. So it was understandable that things started to take a little longer than usual. But the thing that was not forgivable was the fact that people started getting moldy, mildewed, spoiled, curdled sauce in the mail. People noticed that the colors were not always consistent. Sometimes the bottles would be hot pink, sometimes they would be a baby pink, and sometimes they would be beige, bitch. They would be khaki. They would be my color. And some people even got sick. And so people were concerned because they said that she was really setting herself up for a major lawsuit. And then she went on some TV interviews being condescending, and she went on live being condescending. And all around, she was just really disrespectful to her audience as if they didn't have valid complaints. Like, girl, your sauce is getting people sick. You're sending people moldy sauce in the mail. Yeah, people are going to start complaining. I even remember there was one time where somebody asked her if her sauce was FDA approved, and she had the audacity to tell them to educate themselves because the pink sauce was not a medical product, so why would it need to be FDA approved? We're not saying that the FDA is the end-all be-all. We're not saying that they are to be trusted because they approve the production and the selling of lab-grown meat. They don't give a fuck about us either, okay? People were just concerned that if you don't even know what FDA stands for, how are we supposed to believe that you've educated yourself enough to even be selling this product in the first place? Something that you were measuring and mixing and concocting inside of your own home and then putting into bottles, slapping labels on, and then shipping across the country. Like, how are we supposed to trust that you know what you're doing if you don't even know what FDA means? But she basically gave everybody her ass to kiss, and she kind of fell off the map for a little bit, and then after all that backlash, after all those missteps, she still found herself lucky enough to get into a partnership with a very successful company known as Dave's Gourmet. And within only 5 months of being partnered with Dave's Gourmet, she found her sauce in over 4,300 Walmart locations. Think about that. 4,300. Imagine going from packaging up moldy bottles of pink sauce and shipping them out to your customer base and then cursing them out for being upset about it, to then finding yourself in 4,300 Walmart locations. Like, you know how many small business owners who are on TikTok and social media pushing legitimate products that they have fully educated themselves on and they have been working on for years to perfect, who could only dream of being in even their local Walmart location, let alone 4,300 stores. And she's still out here ungrateful. And that brings us to today, where the pink sauce lady is once again all over social media, letting her mouth run wild, y'all. She is on social media making accusations that Dave's Gourmet is not only silencing her, but financially sabotaging her as well. And not only is she talking about being silenced and financially sabotaged, she has also started a GoFundMe where she is asking for $100,000 in donations. She claims that Dave's Gourmet left her in such a dire financial situation that she is no longer even able to feed her kids. She went on to accuse Dave's Gourmet of not being transparent when it came to financial records, not reimbursing her for marketing expenses, and for not paying her royalties that she is owed. She said that she is now currently facing an eviction that has gone into default and that the sheriffs could show up to her door any day. However, a representative for Dave's Gourmet has come out and responded to all of her accusations. The statement said that Dave's Gourmet has adhered to the terms of the agreement with Ms. Shaw, that they disagree with all of her accusations. Went on to say that Dave's Gourmet has paid Chef Pie over $120,000 to date, that they continue to make payments as due and on time as per the orders of the contract that was signed. I want to say that I am never the one to immediately take the side of a big corporation versus a small entrepreneur, because we know how big corporations are able to take advantage of small business owners. But when somebody pulls receipts of having paid you $120,000 in a year and still making payments as they are due, and you're saying that you can't keep a steady roof over you and your children's heads and you can't put food in the house, it sounds like a spending problem. When you add her history and her condescending attitude and the image and the lifestyle she tries to maintain on social media, it gives very much you blew through that pink sauce money thinking that it would just continue to regenerate massive amounts of income, and it has not done as well as you expected it to, and so now you're in the hole. That is not a Dave's Gourmet problem. So I don't know, y'all. Do y'all believe that she's being taken advantage of? Do you really think this is a case of a big corporation taking advantage of a small business owner? Or do you think that her chickens have just finally come home to roost? Because something seems fishy.